Imagine you have unlimited money, 3 days. You can go anywhere on Earth. Would you pick the most photographed hotel in the world, the one where every inch of every room has already been posted, filtered, and captioned by thousands of people before you even land? Or would you choose a place so private that no travel writer has ever found it? No influencer has ever documented its pool, and the only people who know it exists are the ones who have already been there? That question used to have no answer. Today, for the people who can actually afford both options, industry analysts suggest it has a very decisive one. And that answer is slowly reshaping the fate of what was once the most powerful hotel address on the planet. Welcome to Strategic Dynamics Edge. This channel breaks down the real forces behind the world's biggest business stories, the ones the press releases never mention. What you are about to hear is not a travel review. It is a strategic analysis. And if you stick with this video all the way through, you are going to understand luxury brand strategy at a level that most people inside this industry still have not fully processed. Hit subscribe right now, turn on notifications, because we go deep here and you do not want to miss what is coming next. Before we go any further, this video is commentary and analysis based entirely on publicly available information, documented market trends, and widely reported industry data. We are not making claims about the internal finances or private operations of any hotel or company. Everything here is analytical opinion. With that clearly stated, let us get into it. December 9th, 1999. Dubai opens a hotel that nobody in the global hospitality industry fully believed would work. The city is not Paris. It is not New York. It is not a place with centuries of reputation behind it. It is a desert city on the edge of the Gulf, and its leadership makes a bet so bold that according to widely reported accounts from that era, serious people in real estate and finance privately questioned whether anyone involved had a realistic grip on what was financially possible. The bet was simple in concept and almost insane in execution. Build the most extravagant, most recognizable, most photographed hotel on Earth, not in an established luxury capital, but here, in the desert, on an artificial island, shaped like a sail, standing 280 meters tall, filled with nothing but duplex suites, with the entry-level room reportedly costing more per night than most people spend on a month of rent. And by most publicly documented measures, it worked. It worked in a way that the word worked does not even do justice to. The Burj Al Arab did not just become a successful hotel. It became the instrument through which Dubai invented itself as a global luxury destination. According to industry reports from that period, it held among the highest average room rates of any hotel property on the planet for years running. It was not competing with other Dubai hotels. It was going head-to-head with the Four Seasons in Paris and the Ritz in London, institutions that had spent over a century perfecting their product. Tiger Woods drove golf balls off the helipad into the Gulf in 2004. Roger Federer played tennis up there the following year. These were not guest amenity events. They were mythology-building operations, carefully staged global spectacles designed to confirm for everyone watching that this building was not simply a luxury hotel. It was a stage on which the world's most famous people chose to perform. For over a decade, the legend grew stronger with every image that circulated, every journalist who filed a story, every executive who told a dinner table story about the suite with the gold leaf ceiling and the view that made him feel, for one night, like he owned the entire Gulf. And then something started to shift, quietly, almost invisibly, in a way that standard reporting systems were not necessarily configured to catch early enough. Here is the question that analysts and hospitality strategists have increasingly been asking. What happens when a legend becomes a photograph? What happens when the image that once compelled the world's wealthiest people to fly across continents just to stand in a lobby becomes so completely everywhere? So filtered, so reproduced, so present on every screen in every boardroom of every billionaire who might theoretically make a reservation, that the trip stops feeling like a discovery and starts feeling like a confirmation of something they already saw 1,000 times on someone else's feed. That is where the real strategic story begins. Between 2014 and 2021, according to publicly reported figures, the operators of the Burj Al Arab invested an estimated $300 million across 3 separate renovation programs: reapplying gold leaf, redesigning lighting systems, updating technology inside suites for guests already paying premium rates. Now, based on guest reviews and reported assessments of the property, the product that came out of those renovations remains genuinely extraordinary. The service, the physical condition, the attention to detail, all of it reportedly remains at a standard that most hotels on Earth will never come close to. That is not the issue being raised here. What analysts point to is what that level of investment reveals about the strategic pressure the brand was facing. Because at the exact same time those renovation programs were being announced, the ultra-luxury travel market was fracturing along a fault line that had been building for a decade. According to hospitality industry analysts and travel market reports, the ultra-high net worth traveler, the specific guest this building was designed for, was beginning to shift behavior in ways that were quiet individually but significant collectively. Aman Resorts, a brand that built its entire identity on being the quiet, invisible, undiscoverable opposite of everything the Burj Al Arab represented, reportedly expanded to 15 new properties in a single decade, each one designed to feel as though it had been found rather than built. Each one architecturally resistant to mass photography. Aman does not stage helipad spectacles. Its properties do not appear on public lists because, reportedly, they have not been submitted to lists. And according to travel industry commentary, Aman's waiting lists were growing at precisely the moment when analysts began noting softening in forward demand curves at highly visible legacy luxury properties. 4 Seasons opened in Riyadh. A new generation of ultra-luxury properties came online in Abu Dhabi, reportedly with the strategic aim of capturing the same guest cohort. The sovereign wealth fund principal, the technology billionaire, the established family that had been making the Dubai trip for 20 years and was now being offered something new and, crucially, something less publicly known.